Don't we need a truck down here, Jacob?
I didn't know if you was talking to them or not.
I've asked myself that many times, why us? We're sitting here in the middle of, I don't know if we're in a spot that the weather pattern just comes in and hits, but it does seem like we've had our fair share of bad luck with the weather, and we keep telling ourselves we're going to bounce back, and we will. Yeah, tell him come on, and we can give him a ride back. I don't remember as a kid, and especially as a younger farmer, this much fluctuation of the weather.
As far as the tornado, how that affected them, the biggest thing is the loss of Mayfield Grain, which was a very large grain elevator here located just in the town of Mayfield. We have such a big county that's really heavily populated with grain farmers. The loss of that has forced them to move, to surrounding counties, oftentimes 40, 50 miles away to transport their grain.
Mainly grain, fertilizer, and all seed production. The flooding hit everybody, whether you're a 10,000 acre farmer or a 100 acre farmer. The flood was just, it just happened to be, if you happen to be in the wrong spot at the wrong time. But the tornado, it seemed to affect the smaller farmers more, especially for the grain storage. A lot of the smaller farms has no grain storage. They needed the local granaries and to deliver their crop, and now we do not have that. We've stepped up this fall, and we're helping haul the crop to the river for our neighbors.
So that's an instant camera. The initial shock of the flooding, when you see your crops underwater, and they may not be yours, but you see other people's crops, you got to feel for them when they're 5 to 7 foot underwater in places. Since the tornado, I would say we've had a little more of an up and down. This year was a good year, but we had 3 weeks in May where it was 95 degrees and no rain. And you're sitting here thinking this is the same thing we had last year. And then finally it started raining and we were able to produce a good crop.
As the climate warms, the atmosphere can hold more water. And so in general terms, you can expect to see maybe higher rainfall rates, larger precipitation totals from storms than maybe we did before. Severe weather events have a mental health impact, and especially the area around Mayfield. That particular region, probably more so than almost any part of the country, has been really hit hard, both by these weather events as well as these more climatic events.
In the 2 years, or right at 2 years that it's been, our communities come together, We see a lot of volunteers. We saw a lot of people coming in and helping that knew nobody, and that makes it easier to swallow, I guess, and that you know people care and are coming in to help. But it's going to be a long, drawn-out process before we get it all back.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.